Welcome back to Carolina Ruck Cuddles. Today we're going to show you how to rebuild the engine on a Polaris Sportsman, and probably this is out of a Ranger, but I think the Polaris Sportsman and Ranger have the same engine. Sorry about the wind, it's North Carolina and the wind blows. So we got to pull the engine out of this thing, and instead of watching me pull it out, because that is the longest thing, we're going to snap you to it being on the table, and we're going to rebuild it right fast so everybody knows how to do it. It looks like a simple job. Let's see if it's as easy as they show it. 1, 2. So we got it on the table. I got ahead of myself. I went ahead and took these off. They're very simple, guys. They go heel, and then you got push rods. I got them so I know exactly where each one goes. And now comes these bolts. I've already loosened these up. They're a pain in the butt. They are a 916, sorry. I got a cold, guys, so I'm going to be a little off today. And these are 10 millimeter. You take the bolt off the top, pull it, you kind of got to wiggle it. I actually just took my wrench and went tap, tap like this, and then pulled it out. And there's the push rods that go in it. I'm really curious to see what happened. I'm thinking that this piston has exploded. I don't know for sure, but looking in there, it doesn't look good. I mean, this one looks pretty normal. This one does not look good. I see a lot of weird looking stuff, and it does not smell good. So we got those off. Now we got to get these big bolts off. Like I said, I've already loosened mine up. You're going to need a lot of air compression, guys. This thing took a lot. I tried to use my battery-powered Milwaukee big boy here. It didn't do it. You need you need some pressure. Or maybe loosen them up while they're in the frame still. That would probably be the thing. Take a pump pipe, take these. You have to take these off to get to them. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And there's a 9/16, and pop them off. You need a 12 point, not a 6 point. I don't know if I said that. But anyways, let's continue to get this off. We're going to set the GoPro up somewhere so it can see us. And we're going to get this head off because I really want to see how bad these pistons are, guys. So let me go ahead and put the GoPro up somewhere, and we'll go ahead and get this head off right fast. Okay, guys, I got the bolts off. I tapped it. It's loose. I haven't looked. I swear I haven't looked. My GoPro's right there. Ooh. Ooh. It's stuck in there. Look at that. Huh. That's not supposed to be sideways like that. Something snapped off. Hang on, let me put my phone down. As I thought, it broke off. Look at all the chunks of stuff in there. Holy crap! I hope it didn't mess up any of this. I don't think it did though. It actually rides in heel, so it should be fine as long as it didn't damage the bottom of the case. I mean, it got a little scarring right there, but that shouldn't matter because this goes down. This is what it rides in. It rides in the jug. It don't ride in there. So hopefully it didn't damage anything more than that. But holy crap, guys, that's crazy. I was wondering, like, how is it locked up like this? I don't know how. It shouldn't be because it ain't. But holy, we found it, guys. We found the problem. And before we move on, I showed you this, but yeah, there's the bottom of the jug missing. It's in there somewhere, people. So now the next step, we're going to go ahead and take off all these bolts on the side cover here. Shouldn't be too terrible. I think they are 10 millimeter. Is that what I got? Yep, 10 millimeter. Go ahead and take all of these off. So that way we can pull all this case off. I think we got to go ahead and take the water pump out too while we're at it. So we're going to take all these off. I'm going to do piece by piece because I like to keep the bolts separated so I know where they go. Okay, we got that side cover off. Here's the flywheel. You need a flywheel tool. I've already ordered one. You can order them online. Make sure it's the one that fits. Oh, no. Wait, well. Is it supposed to? Oh, wait, it's supposed to be missing. I said, holy crap, it's missing teeth. It's missing teeth. But then I'm like, oh, wait, that's normal. Is it supposed to be timed like? That's kind of weird. Anyways, don't forget, this has a washer on it on this one. See how this washer? Want to make sure it stays together. You don't want to lose your washers, people. Let's go ahead and take this off and get it all removed. Got all that out the way, pretty easy. One bolt here, pop that off. Make sure you keep everything the way it came off. Now, I'm assuming that we take this bolt off, this bolt, and probably this front case should come off because it has a case right here. You can see going along this seam. I'm assuming this is where all the timing stuff is. Because I know it's supposed to be a timing gear somewhere in here. Because if not, I don't know where the heck it is. So let's go ahead and take these bolts off and see if we can get this case out the way. Also, go ahead and get your, if you ain't already, get the stator out the way. Got it out the way. Keep the bolts close to it. So let's get this out. Well, guys, we got that cover off. As you can see, GoPro's still running. Now we got to take these off. This one. You try to make sure it's all right. So there's your timing mark. There and there. They got to line up, but that's far from it. There's also, this side out. I mean, they're pretty self-explanatory. Does this have a, that has a timing mark too? I don't know where this timing mark goes. Must be another spot somewhere. We'll figure it out. We always figure it out, people. Sad thing is I can't turn it. I want to be able to turn it, but I can't. So let's get this straight. So I was able to remove that one with a little pry. Don't pry hard, just it pops right off. Now this one that goes on the crank, you're gonna need a flywheel tool plus really long bolts. I have no idea how long those are. I just had to find a bunch sitting around in a box. But yeah, we got that off. So I don't know how I'm gonna get this off because I think this is supposed to turn and allow this to go past it. But oh wait, we might be able to do it now. Nope, it's stuck. It's stuck because everything in there is bound up because it's broken. So let me see if I can figure out how to get this off. I might have to just take the bottom pan off. We'll see. I'll let you know if I don't or if I do. But let's get back to it. Finally got it. So I had to use a Polo on this, and I ended up needing to use 10mm bolts that were not with my Polo. Luckily, I had some sitting around, and it finally got up. I mean, it was a headache. Make sure you don't lose your little half moon piece. Same with the crank. I've already got it with my crank somewhere. It's somewhere. I know I have it. There it is, right there. I have it right there. Okay. Now we got this off. Let's go ahead. We got to take the star bits off and then take the oil pump off. And that should be about it. I think then we can break the case apart. So we take these, the Authority, if I remember. Is that what it is? Yeah, a T30. So we're going to take these off and then we're going to take that off and then we're ready to split the case. Sorry guys, I keep trying to clean my camera, but to save my life, I just cannot clean it. And I don't have nothing around me other than my short. It's not working, it's just smearing. Anyways, y'all gotta see this. We got the bottom of the engine off and this is a force for me. Okay, there's a crank. Okay, you know something? I was like, what's that band? That's your connecting rod. The connecting rod had U'd. How's that possible? I don't know, guys. That is crazy. And that was the rest of this stuff. Yeah, it's just nothing but metal. Let's take this out right fast and yeah, let's see how bad it is. Hopefully it comes right out. I didn't want to pull it out because I had to show y'all. What in the heck? How is that even possible? I didn't know you could use one. There you go, finally. Like you're supposed to do. Well guys, we got everything tool apart and yeah. This has to be the worst thing I have ever seen. I don't even know how that's physically possible. I mean, this engine don't have that much power. Anyways, I've cleaned up. I've got everything. I got to order stuff now. But it's just crazy just how much damage this thing did. But we got everything in little baggies, and we will catch y'all next time. Not next time, guys. Sorry. I'm so used to the video ending. No. We'll catch y'all when we get the parts, because this video ain't ending, guys. You got to finish putting it together, and we will see you in a couple, for you, probably like 5 seconds. For me, who knows how long I need to get these parts. So I'll see you then.
One eternity later.
Cover those bolts off. Let's see if it's hiding anything. Oh, look. There's more. Like every time I take stuff off, there's more metal. Welcome back, guys. It's been a couple weeks. We finally got the bearings in. They were lost in transit, I guess. 4 weeks later, bunch of BS. So as you can see, this thing is already half together because for some reason my video got corrupted and was just broken. It was glitchy. It was ugly. But it's pretty self-explanatory. You put everything in. You put the bearings. What's the bearings? Where's the bearings? Here they are. If you ever noticed, only one side has a nipple on it. Yeah, see on this side right there. See that nipple? You just put that back where it came from. Oh gosh, my gasket just blew off. Lord Jesus. And then same with the big gasket. Make sure it only has one side. And then make sure it lines up. There's actually 2 slots in there. They go right, this goes in one slot. And then this right here, it goes on the end of it. See, this goes into one slot and that goes in another slot right over here. I think it's over there, over here. I can't remember. But that doesn't matter, guys. Let's be honest. The biggest thing is timing. So make sure you put the metal plate on behind there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Make sure you put Loctite on those screws. I think they were T30. Let's see. Yeah, T30. And once you put that on, put the bottom one on, then the top one, and yeah. So to time this, it's very simple, like a caveman can do it. Look, see those? Those dots right there? That means it's time. You see how those, see, it's better than some companies that would put it on 2 teeth, making it hard. Look, there's the tooth, there's the ball. Same with up here. There's the ball, and there's the other ball. See how they're lined up? It is time, guys. Now make sure, I've heard some people say some oil pumps have it. This one doesn't. So, very easy. So now we got to go ahead and put this cover on. We got all this straight. I think the next step, if I need to double check, I'm pretty sure is now putting this cover on. And my gasket over here is trying to fly away. If you didn't know, though, there is no gasket for the cage. You have to put Palmatex or whatever you want. Make sure it's high heat. My stuff is up for like 750 temp, so that should be plenty good. But anyways, the thing's timed, as you can see. Ball. Make sure you put some Loctite on these and tighten these back up. And now we can go ahead and put this side cover on, I'm pretty sure. And we'll be ready to go, people. Now, I recommend turning it around a couple times. Make sure you hold these, because I have one get stuck under. And you're going to turn a couple rotations. And the 4th time, this is going to come back around and line up. Now we're going to turn it. Dang, I'm bleeding already. I swear these motors. Yep. Dot. And blood everywhere. Okay, we put the cover on. We got everything, make sure everything was spinning. Now go ahead and put this little gasket on. And now we go ahead and put a water pump on. Get your washer and your nut. Now the water pump's on. Now we got to take the gasket off. There it is. Now what you want to do, you're going to tighten that up for us. You're going to take this gasket off and put a new one on. Self-explanatory, guys. Take a pick or something, get that out. Every kit comes with one. I got 2 sitting up here, one for one kit, one for the other kit that I got. I don't know why it got so many of them. So take this off. Voila. Next step, go ahead and put your stator back on. Bolt heel holds this in. And then, of course, that goes right in the groove, guys. And then you got your Allen's, goes on. Now it's time to put the flywheel on, which is right there. I got to clean this thing off. But don't forget your little key. Mine is in the baggie with the bolt because I didn't want to lose it. And you can see it right there. I mean, it's self-explanatory. Make sure you put this gear in too. Hang on one second. Almost forgot something. Make sure you put your Bendix gear right here. Washer on the bottom. Washer on the top. Make sure they're in there. If you lost them, good luck. Which, I mean, it happens. But anyways, now I got to clean this up right fast. Be right back. Okay, we got the side cover on. Self-explanatory. Put them all in. I mean, I don't think I have to explain to you how that goes. Next is putting the pistons in. We already put the pins in. I always put one of these in on one side before you do anything. Then go ahead and put your rings. I made it easy. I put one on the back side so I can get to this one easy, and vice versa. Now, it's hard to really do these. I like to put it in and then take a screwdriver and slowly walk it. Sometimes you get it with your finger. Depends on how tight these are. It depends on the brand. Also, shove paper towels in there. Because if you drop this in there, it's a pain to fish it back out. And you need it. So yeah, self-explanatory. We honestly, you put the race pin in there, shove it in there. Make sure you put some oil in the hole before you do it on both these and the crank connecting rod, so that way you're ready to go. So I have to put this one on this side and then go on that side and put that one on this side. And you have a GoPro recording me in slow-mo. So let's put these in. Now that we got the clips in, we can pull these out. Make sure they snap in. You'll hear a nice farm snap. And there goes my brand new paper towel. Try not to waste paper towels. Paper towels getting expensive. And this wind in here today is rough. Get in there. Get. Okay. Next thing we need is the base gasket. And this dust is killing me here. Now you're gonna put the base gasket on and then put the cylinder on. I got the GoPro set up so y'all can just go. I'll just go to the GoPro because the wind's killing me. And yeah, we'll get this. Never done one of these. This is a farce, guys. I'm trying to figure this out like y'all are. How do you get this uphill? I'm used to doing one piston at a time. I've never done 2 pistons at a time. I will catch on a little bit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we got it together. Went ahead and put the starter on. And we went ahead and put this in. I mean, it's self-explanatory. We put this on. I don't even know how to explain to you how to get this in. I walked on it, finally got it in. And then it's fairly simple. You got the head bolts. Go ahead and get those down. I think it's 50 feet-pound is the final tally. And then you put the little valve, not valves, I can't think of the name. Put these in, tighten them back down. Voila. Now I'm just kind of buttoning up everything. Make sure you put your head gasket on. Don't forget that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I know it got kind of fast at the end, but I'm telling you, I've just been rushing. It's already 11 o'clock at night. I was hoping to get this done by 8, but everything was fighting me. Where's the top end? Where is it? There it is. This is the old top end that you can see is broken. But the problem is, once you get it past this point, when it gets to this point, you have to do it again. It was a headache. I don't know. I thought it was going to be easy because once you get, it was hard to get past this point on both sides because again, those two are one. And then once you get here, it's like, oh my gosh, you had to push your rings again. Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it helped you. Like I said, once you get the this on, you just put a head gasket on, clean it up. You know, make sure we put the dowels back in. You know, they'll, you know, those two. I've already put them in, and that will just drop the head on. Make sure you get it up. The torque use a 50, and you got it. And make sure you put all this on. Anyways, thanks for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.